What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today. We've just been bombarded with tracks recently, haven't we? Whether they've been on the shop, whether they've been on MXB mods, there is just so much coming at us all at once, which makes me a little bit scared that we're going to go through a bit of a drought in the near future, because that seems to be a common occurrence on this game. Is I think all of the track creators have been spending too much time together, so their cycles have synced up. Because we've had so many tracks in literally just the last week or so, and I'm kind of trying to play catch up now. So what you see in front of you here is River's Edge MX, and this is created by 3F Dirtworks, who I still don't know who composes of this these people, but this is what is described as a very flowy track with some big lines. Mostly, I saw the word 90-foot and 120-foot jumps, which excites me quite a hell of a lot. And it's one of them tracks that looks very wide open. I saw the preview riding that they did, and I thought, you know what? It's been a very long time since we got some 252 stroke action going on the channel. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. Somewhere in this vast expanse, my bike is lurking. Oh, over there it is. We are rocking probably my favourite 252 stroke today, which is the Fantic 250. This skin is on MXB mods. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to download it as well. I think it looks very, very good. And we're just going to try and stay as on the pipe as possible today. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
I'm still undecided on if I actually like the sound of this bike or not yet. Like on the ground, revving it like this, the rev limiter are not good. As soon as you get going, like once the power's being put down, it feels like it feels and sounds powerful. So I think there's a bit of hit and miss on this. If the rev limiter could be changed a little bit, I'd be a very happy man. Now I did see them hit that transfer onto the track in the video, so let's see what this is all about. Let's see just how wide open it is. I did not know that there's a section that crosses over itself. Just looking at the track map there on the right, at the top left-hand corner of it, it does a little bit of a loop-de-doo, which we like. We like a little bit of uniqueness. Something a little bit different from the norm. And apparently this track was tested on a 250 4-stroke, and so big lines should be easy to hit on a 450. There's one or two jumps where there's probably, I think it's like a double into a tabletop where you should be able to step all the way onto the table. We shall see. But first lap, this is just a test. Oh my god, it's just a tester to get a feel for it. Okay. I don't think the jumps are quite as big as I made them out to be at the beginning, so we'll see if it carries on around it all, or if there are some bigger ones. That one's a little bit bigger. I always struggle on these first laps on tracks like this, because a lot of the jumps end up being blind, just where the takeoffs are so big, and it's very, very difficult to gauge how fast you need to go on a blind jump. That section there reminded me a lot of Täuschental, the MXGP of Germany, if you remember. It goes like finish line jump, round to the left, tabletop, round to the right. I felt very, very familiar. I don't think that was by design. I think that's just purely a coincidence. Big old step up there into some turning rollers. Oh, they'll be a little bit technical to try and turn and jump fast around there. Can probably triple that. I think you can definitely triple that if you get the jump right. Like up and over this bad boy into a little double, scrub that, little scrub again. That size of that was really nice. Down into this inside rut. Multiple line choices in each corner, which is nice, and they've been highlighted quite well in the texturing and masking of the track, so they're quite easy to see, which is nice. You're not kind of struggling for vision at all. Let's double our way through here. This jump wasn't as big as I thought. I actually cased it this time. Okay, let's try inside. Can we get over some of these jumps from the inside? Little seat bounce. Whoop. 250 power. Yes, lovely. That was actually quite easy as well. And then, yeah, send it. Tossing her sideways for the imaginary fans dotted around the track. Little drop down, round to the left. Lovely. You know, this, I like how the track's quite clean, if that makes sense. It's not like super busy. The decals, I've done exactly the same thing as last lap. The on-track decals, they're not super busy in terms of detail, but it's not like samey. You know, there's uniqueness to it enough, and there's randomness enough to texture. It doesn't look like it repeats or anything. It's just nice and clean. Looks like a track that hasn't been ridden loads and loads. Looks like very freshly graded. And now we get to ride around and try and test out some of these big boy jumps. The good thing about this bike, if you haven't had the pleasure of riding the Fantic 2-stroke yet, is it pulls really well in just higher gears. You'd think on the 250s, or you'd think on the 2-strokes, you kind of want to be really high up in the RPM all the time. That's not really the case on this bike. You can bog it around the track and it will still move. We get, oh, I don't think I've got the speed to get that triple. I really want to like apex that corner differently so I can go triple single. I definitely think it's doable. Let's round to the right, step up and over that. Need to check up a little bit here, scrub our speed off, and then nice floaty one. Try and make it to the inside because I believe that is probably the fastest line. Actually, yeah, because it opens up the next right-hander for you as well. This bike is a little bit front-uppy sometimes. You notice in some of the corners it's wanting to go, but then not quite because I'm wrestling it about a bit. But so far, so good. Hit another little floaty. Tried Oppo in, but you know, my MX bike skills are not warmed up for the day just yet. A little yeet up and over that. Scrub in this bad boy as well. And then a toss on her sideways. Land down there. Round to the right. We'll drop down. I think this inside rut's kind of the move. It's quite difficult to get out to the right there. And then same again. This seems like you want to hug the inside as much as you can. Check up this time for the step up. There you go. Third time's the charm, as they say. Double hit this little crossover, which is nice. Nothing too difficult there. Nice and flowy and floaty. There we go. And I know, so this, I don't want to cause any controversy at all, because that's not what this comment is meant to be made for. However, I've noticed a lot of people saying that like easier tracks shouldn't be paid for at all. But I was just about to say that this track would make a very, very good beginner going into intermediate level type track. I mean, if you're someone that is newer to the game and you don't mind paying for tracks at all, then by all means, definitely check it out. I think what this track will do is give you a really good sense of just timing on jumps, and you'll learn how fast you need to hit things, because they are slightly blind, but it'll get your memory just working and knowing, right, this is the jump I've come up to. I need to hit it this fast, downside it nicely. You haven't got to scrub or whip everything. You can do if you are at that point and you're good enough to. However, it also probably leans into teaching you how to whip quite well too, because the jumps are quite nice and floaty. Like, you've got a lot of time in the air to just move the bike around and try and get it straightened up before you come back into land. Don't be fooled by trying to whip too big. I've seen a lot of people new to the game that do whips that are too big and they can't bring it back in time. So just start off small and then slowly start getting it out further and further. Also, we do have multiple line choices in each corner, like the ruts are there to hold you. And they're not ones that you can hit like 4th, 5th gear wide open. You have to check up just a little bit as you go into them and then slowly get on the throttle around the corner. So I think there's a lot of like good parts of this track that will help you improve at the game overall, which is really nice to see. I even like how in between the jumps, so the parts of the track that wouldn't normally get ridden on, if we're talking from a real life perspective, they've gone for like the tyre track look. So you can see there's been no bikes that have ridden on it. The ground's still fresh in between, which is really, really nice. Just those little extra attentions to detail that I enjoy. How many gates are there? Let's have a look over there. That looks like a lot of starting gates. I'm not sure if that's quite 40, because the gates look quite far apart from each other, but there's still a lot there. I keep meaning, hang on. I keep zoning out by the time I get to this part of the track. Let me turn around. We'll put it in reverse, Terry, and see how on earth we go about tripling that. I'm pretty sure you can triple it from the start, because you come out wide and square it off. However, I want to triple it from racing here. So if we come out wide, and then we cut across here, so then we can apex the corner a bit better. Stretch it. No, didn't quite get the speed for it. It's doable. I'm telling you, it's doable. You just got to make sure you get the perfect drive going up to it. Whether it's an intentional triple or not, I've got absolutely no clue, but it looks like it'd be really, really good to grease that and then scrub the single into the corner. Let's try outside up here, round, and I'm running, I think I've only put it on like 0.7 erode for this video, so it's not very high at all. I'm not seeing much of an impact. I know it's just me, myself, and I'm only on lap number 4, so it doesn't seem like a track that will erode super deep if you're getting on here with a group of friends, so you can just spin lap after lap after lap, or if you want it to get a bit deep, then by all means crank that erode button up, and it will certainly do that for you. I wonder if on a 450 you could step onto that table from out the corner as well. They did say that there's some big lines to on the 450s. It's just got my brain whirring now. I always kind of regret my bike choice by the time I get to the track. It's fun once I'm doing it, then I always think, oh, I should quickly change to this one and try this, that, and this. But you know what? We're just here for a fun time. We're here for a flowy time. Nice and smooth. I like how green the track is, like how bright it is. We've got our trees dotted around with different like heights and rotations and types as well. So it looks very unique, looks natural. Scrub our way over this. You can definitely step onto that from the outside. Hang on a second. Spin around here. Oh, there we go. That's so doable. If I round the outside here, good enough. Let's go third gear. Get the bike cranked over. Stretch it! Oh, no, I came up barely short. All the spokes are gone. The back tyre's fallen off. Rest in peace. Attempt numero dos. Right, downside this. I think I went a little bit too wide, so I need to... Oh, yeah, I'm not taking off on the actual up face of it enough. Because I'm trying to go... Please stop ghosting, thank you. Because I'm trying to go so fast around the turn, I'm exiting it too wide. So I need to try turning down a little bit more. I'm actually causing a little bit of a rut to form here, where I've hit this same line over and over again. So you need to cut down more. Oh, you saw I was nowhere near as fast that time, and I actually got it cleaner than the first two times. So that's actually a good tip in general for Supercross as well, that I've noticed. That sometimes it is better just to check up for a second and cut down more in the corner, then hit a big rhythm out. I'll go on triple. Triple! No! Oh, that's it! I'm in the trenches. Help! 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 Help. No, please! Oh! Well, don't play with my emotions like that. I made it so far, and then at the last second, it was like, nah, actually, we're going to make you front end tuck. Sorry, lad. Rest in peace, you. Ah, oh, god damn it. That was so close. That triple is so doable. My front end washed on the takeoff because I was trying to turn on ruts. Whereas I think if I got my bike straightened up a little bit more, I think we would have been okay. I really do. The suspension on this bike for me right now is not up to scratch. The back end's getting kicked around a little bit, which is upsetting it going into the corners. So, if anybody works on, 252 stroke suspensions, then I don't know what's wrong with you, first of all, but I certainly don't. We are running a stock right now. The only thing I would recommend changing on this, which does make a big difference to how it rides, is when you go into the others tab in the garage and you've got the mapping options, change it to EFI. I find EFI to be the fastest one. The bike just feels quite sluggish on anything else, I feel, at least. In personal opinion. I mean, you are welcome to make your own choices. You are hopefully grown adults by this point. Sarsener. Just, so flowy. Imagine once you get all of the lines down on this track and you're just flowing your way around, the flow state will be absolutely impeccable. Not me, however. I like just going for a cheeky bath, just drowning the bike underneath all of the water, making sure it can never run again. God damn it! I just wanted to try and I'm just trying to hit this damn line out of the corner. Is that so hard to ask? Like, is that too much to ask for? Right, so we'll go around the outside here. We're going to jump to the left slightly to open the corner up for us. Third gear. We'll cut down a little bit. Tap the brake. No, not quite. Oh, it's going to really annoy me. That is so doable, and it's doable on this bike as well. I think 450 would make light work of that. 254 stroke, you might struggle a bit. I think that the 252 strokes have a little bit more, oomph coming out the turns. We get this now. Cut down to the left. Stretch it. Go on. Go on. Yes, yes. That's what I've been trying to do the whole time. Okay, they are doable. 100% they are doable now. Love that for me. Don't we love learning? We love progressing on this game. That's why everyone spends far too much time on it. Is just to try and get better and pick up on these little details that make you go faster overall. You know what? This is a nice, fun, chill track. I'm enjoying it. I definitely think it's on the easiest side of things. So for the top level players, you might get a little bit bored. But I think for the newer guys that are trying to hone their craft a bit more, try and get a flow going, working on their whips, working on their ruts, and just their corner speed overall. Very, very good one for you. It's very flowy. You can get some big old fatty whips going on, and yeah, good stuff all round. It looks nice, flows well. What more can you ask for, really? So that'll wrap it up for me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's probably going to be out like an hour or two later than usual. I pulled a massive L gamer moment. I set an alarm today, hit the alarm, fell asleep again. So I overslept by numerous hours. So I do apologise for that. But either way, I hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. All that lovely stuff. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. And the video is going to end as soon as No, it's ended now. I don't even get a chance to hit it again. Goodbye.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want.